Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to Season 4 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generated game. When we left off in the previous episode, we had hungry mouths to feed, and barely any cats that could go out on a hunt. And then, of course, as usual, we had to come across a snowstorm, and thankfully no one was hurt, but that also meant we couldn't find any food. So these cats are gonna be going to sleep with hungry bellies, which I feel really bad for. But let's go ahead, not waste any time, dive into the leader's den, see how Fronstar is going to handle the next gathering. Let's roll the dice. Okay, we got a 1 on the D10, Lie Clan, and we got a 1 on the D8, which is an offend. And let's skip a moon to see what happens. Still no birth and death notices. Luminous Clan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be sick/hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. Luminous Clan doesn't have enough prey for next moon, I know. During the gathering, Fronstar makes an off-color comment about Lie Clan's leader, much to Lie Clan's shock. Lie Clan relations have worsened. Lupine Claw was struggling with a recent flood of nightmares, but thankfully they seem to have stopped. Okay, that's good, because in the last episode, I think the ghost of her daughter was actually haunting her. Maybe her daughter is unimpressed with Lupine Claw, someone she looked up to in life, giving up so easily when things didn't go her way in the clan. And then Tornfern has recovered from birthing her litter. Wonderful! Tornfern, that means you can mediate! That makes me so happy. Okay, let's go to the medicine cat den. The nightmares stopped for Lupine Claw. Tornfern was given ragwort as treatment for recovering from birth, and then she recovered. And Hykit was given ragwort as treatment for his running nose. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's check up on relationships. Stonespeck and Hal Falcon keep talking over each other on accident. Hykit sneezed on Stonespeck. Lupine Claw asks Hal Falcon to remind her of who's already gone on patrol today. Lupine Claw admires how brave Mousestripe is. Magpie Heart overhears Hykit saying something nice about him. Sunchill sides with the clanmate instead of Magpie Heart on something. Sunchill convinces Stonespeck to help him pull a prank on a clanmate. Sunchill notices that some of his clanmates talk very highly of Hykit. Tornfern just told Mousestrip, her mate, a hilarious joke. Okay, these two definitely have been getting along much better ever since the birth of their son, which makes me happy. Tornfern and Hykit notice a cloud is shaped like a star. Some other sun bonding. A clanmate claims that Fronstar wants Lupine Claw dead. What? What are these rumors? Who is claiming what? Because this is pretty dramatic. I mean, if I really had to think about it, when Fronstar was exiled by the clan after Daisy Quake's death, I feel like it was Lupine Claw, who was deputy at the time, who kind of led that, you know? So I could see that Fronstar might have something against Lupine Claw, but then again, Fronstar is grateful to Lupine Claw, even though she is very nervous about this whole thing, for being brought back and being allowed to finish mourning and grieving for Daisy Quake here with his family. So I don't know. I don't know who this clanmate is that's causing trouble. Fronstar got a bunch of cats out for morning stretches. They didn't like it. Fronstar hears a nice story about Mousestripe, as usual. The one cat that she seems to have a very good relationship with and doesn't have any problem getting along with is Mousestripe. Hal Falcon saw Fronstar show off a skill he never knew she had. Okay, look at that. So Hal Falcon has gotten impressed by yet another faculty of Fronstar's on top of, you know, her being a good backup to him when they went on patrol. So this is good for them. Mousestripe and Stonespeck talk about what they see in the clouds, and Tornfern doesn't want to apologize to Hykit for something. Okay, we're having a little bit of a spat between mother and son, which is not that great, but hopefully it's over something minor. Okay, that's all we have for events, so let me cut the recording here and we'll continue in the cat list. Okay, let us resume with the cat list. First up, we have loyalties, where nothing has changed at all. That aside, I'm excited because Tornfern, our mediator, can finally do some mediation. So let's go ahead and have our first mediation. She's, you know, strict over here, and this is the first time I think that she's mediated with us ever since the change has happened. So, Fronstar and Hal Falcon. I'm very curious. This, I feel like a few moons before would have been very, very odd, because Tornfern, you know, she was hung up on Hal Falcon, and she didn't understand really why he broke it off with her. But ever since she progressed along in her pregnancy and had High-Kit, she has kind of let go of Hal Falcon, and she's been giving effort to her own mate, Mousestripe. So I think her now mediating between her ex-mate, Hal Falcon, and Fronstar is going to be a less awkward situation than it would have been. But I'm excited for this because it seems as though both cats have now become friends with one another. Before it was just Fronstar, but Hal Falcon, you know, he's been noticing things about Fronstar that he admires, and he has become friends with her, which makes me happy. Now I want to see how they're going to go romance-wise. So let's go ahead and mediate. Okay, well, platonic like, trust, and comfort increased, dislike decreased. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel as though Fronstar is a little bit intimidated by Hal Falcon and how young he is, how bloodthirsty he is, and the history he has already had with rejecting a previous mate that he got along well with. And she's trying to take cues from him, and that's why she's not making a move. Hal Falcon, on the other hand, I don't think feels a strong enough connection with Fronstar and is, like I said before, viewing this as a formality. So he hasn't reached a point. I think maybe he's still making his mind up like he was doing with Tornfern. He hasn't reached a point where he's thought to himself, yes, maybe I can think about having kids with Fronstar. Or, no, this feels just as wrong as it did with Tornfern. So I don't know what's going on in his head just yet, but I think he's trying to figure it out. And because Fronstar is taking her cues from him, she's like unwilling to, cross the line. Okay, well, Tornfern tried at least. But let's see what everyone is doing for the day. Fronstar is craving the taste of bird. Lupine Claw is in awe of Fronstar's leadership. Look at that. So Lupine Claw, she does not feel guilty for stepping down at all. She feels like she did the right thing. There was no way she could have handled the mess this clan had become. And she's kind of happy with the way Fronstar has been handling everything so far. Central is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Tornfern is feeling nervous. Hal Falcon almost got lost near some two-leg nests. Mousestripe thinks Fronstar could be leading the clan better. Now, he has been one of the cats that has been very close to Fronstar since she's come back and been quite welcoming. But despite that, Mousestripe maybe feels as though there are too many weaknesses that his former mentor has. Like Fronstar is too nervous around the cats. She's too sensitive around the cats. She doesn't have a strong enough sense of self. It's almost like she's walking on eggshells, which she is, to be honest. But I think Mousestripe feels as though that's not a good image for the clan. That's not a good impression for her to make on everyone else. Stone Speck is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. Magpie Heart is cloud watching. And High-Kit is getting a badger ride from Hal Falcon. That is so cute. From his father's mentor and his mother's former apprentice. I swear, these family connections and bonds, it's just so interesting and complicated. But that's just so cute that Hal Falcon is giving High-Kit a badger ride. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to cut the recording. We'll continue with patrols. So, like we were saying, there is a bit of a food problem. We have 7 prey. We need 19. And our medicine cat is down, so nothing's going to be happening on that end. Also, I just realized I didn't check how full the cats were. And I want to because I want to know who went to sleep with full bellies and who didn't. So, Fronstar is satiated at 66. Lupine Claw is satiated at 66. Sunchel is stuffed at 100, so he ate. He went to bed with a full belly. Tornfern is stuffed at 100. Hal Falcon is satiated at 66. Mousestripe is satiated at 66. Stone Speck is stuffed at 100. Magpie Heart is stuffed at 100. And High-Kit is stuffed at 100. So we had enough food apparently to feed like 5 of the cats. and the others kind of went to sleep hungry. Okay, well hopefully these guys have a better time at hunting. So Mousestripe, Hal Falcon, and Fronstar are going to be out once more. Let's see what they get, guys. A rabbit bursts out from cover, startled by the patrol. Please get some food. The patrol rallies almost immediately and manages to corner and catch the rabbit. A large amount of prey is brought to camp. Excellent! We have 35.8 and we only needed 19, which means everyone is going to be able to feast, which is wonderful. But that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.